Hey guys, how are y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic and welcome back to the channel. And today for you guys is another news update. Not regarding my channel, it's actually going to be regarding Gamestop. I'm going to be looking at my PC here just to read this really quick, so don't think I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at you. This is my PC right here. So someone in my comment section, I believe it was Luke Roberts, or I think, he told me that Gamestop is closing in 2025. And I'm like, whoa, that's weird, you know. Because, yeah, I'm the Franchise Fanatic, and I talk about Lego and Ninjago and Batman, DC, Star Wars. But GameStop is a big part of that because it's where I get my games, and those games are franchises. So I thought I'd bring it up. So I'm going to link this article in the description, or one of these articles in the description if you want to read the whole thing. I'm not reading the whole thing, I'm just going to summarize it. But essentially, after the big head title is, after big sales drop, GameStop is permanently closing 300 stores, which is really freaking crazy. So it's basically saying that the move is a part of a campaign to de-densify, so just kind of close some, and by some I mean 300 stores, just so that they can kind of get a handle on things, and I guess they're just trying to get smaller. Their business is shrinking, but the company is planned for that, so the move is to leave the chain in a strong position, blah blah blah, 10 stocks that are better, and I mean that's really about it on this thing. It's not too crazy. It just really says that they lost a lot of money because of Corona. And just in general, I guess they're losing money, and yeah, 300 stores are permanently closing, which I felt the effect on that because I go to GameStop all the time. I haven't had the most success with GameStop. A lot of the times I go to GameStop, they really F it up big time. I remember one time I went to pre-order Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, which was all the way back in 2015, and I was like, hey, you know, can I, this was even before the Xbox, I got my Xbox One. And I'm like, hey, can I get Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham on the Xbox 360? And he's like, oh, no. They don't make Lego Batman 3 on the Xbox 360. It's only on the Xbox One. And I'm like, well, no, they have it on the Xbox One. It says right there. He said, no, you're wrong. It's only on Xbox One. They got to do the pixels to make the cape. It's going to be huge. And I'm like, what are you freaking talking about? You want crack? So I'm like, dude, it's a Lego game. They're big, but they're not like the biggest things. In terms of download size, they're not the biggest. And it turns out he was talking about Batman Arkham Knight, which is, of course, only on Xbox One, PS4, blah, blah, blah. But, so that was, I'm just like, dude, you work at a GameStop. You don't know this crap? You know what I mean? There's this one guy, I'm sure they're nice people, but I pre-ordered No Man's Sky, and on the Xbox One, it was supposed to come with, like, some DLC code, and the code wasn't there, and then he printed me off a code. The code wasn't working. Their phones were down. Their internet was down. It took a whole thing. And then when I pre-ordered Lego DC Supervillains on the Xbox One, I actually unboxed that on the channel I think 2 years ago or so. I pre-ordered it on, of course, Xbox One so I could film, and which I didn't actually film. I couldn't film back then, but you know what I mean. Got it on Xbox One, and I was like, oh, you know, yeah, the Xbox One. So I leave it, and I'm going home, and I'm like, oh. I look in the bag, so I want to look at it for a second. I'm like, god dang it, it's the Switch version. So I had to go all the way back to freaking GameStop. So again, I've had. Realistically, my experience with them, to put it all into a head, is just I go in there, I say hi, I pre-order something, or I buy something, and I get the fudge out, and I go home and I play it. You know what I mean? I don't have like some weird connection to the store, but it is kind of sad that GameStop is permanently closing 300 stores due to all these different, contributors and all that. It's pretty freaking crazy. And like I said, I don't love the store, but it's it's cool to go in there and look around and do whatever, but I gotta be honest, GameStop isn't the best. You know what I mean? They're nice people, and they're okay in that sense. But sales on games is trash. They're like, oh, if you trade in your brand new Xbox One, we'll give you $20. I'm like, what? No, I freaking want like $400. You know what I mean? So their trade-in thing is complete crap. But other than that, I mean, what are you gonna do? It's a GameStop. But honestly, now that this is closing, I felt it because the GameStop that is closest to me, that I always go to, I pre-ordered Battle for Bikini Bottom, I pre-ordered Modern Warfare, and I think Jedi Fallen Order. All those GameStop, my GameStop store that's closest to me is actually permanently closed as of now. And I'm freaking mad because I'm getting Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, COD 2020 presumably, Watch Dogs Legion, maybe Star Wars Squadrons, and I think that's about it. I just ordered today Far Cry New Dawn, but I got that on PS4, so that's just going to be for me. But, there's a lot of games I'm getting on Xbox One that I'm going to be showing you guys filming, and I normally go to that GameStop to film, and I think I might have to go with Best Buy now. You know what I mean? There's a GameStop near my grandma's, but I'm just going to go to Best Buy, you know what I mean? It's not super close, but it's not super far either, so, if you remember the whole Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga pre-order bonus, there's one for Han Solo and Carbonite Steelbook, and that's only at Best Buy. So I think I'm going to go with Best Buy anyway for that. But again, I mean, this is pretty crazy. You know, the GameStop is closing. There was a part by Crocker Park, Crackhead Park, I call it, just for fun. The GameStop by them closed, and I'm like, oh man, that's, you know, like I said, I like going in there to look. You know, their deals aren't great. I really only go into GameStop to pre-order new games and buy those new games. If I want to get a good sale, go to the Exchange. Go to Best Buy. You know what I mean? They have, like, I get games from the Exchange. I got Far Cry Primal, which I'm doing right now. If you want me to film a few videos on that for fun, tell me in the comments. I got that for like 15 bucks, and it's a freaking huge game. You know what I mean? Like, it's a $60 game. And yeah, it's a little bit old, but, you know, the Exchange has good deals. You know, I get movies for $2, and they're like, you know, they're pre-owned, but they're well made. You know, they don't scratch and they don't stop and all that. GameStop's like, used game came out in, like, GTA 5 2013 is like $50 still. Like, what the fudge, man? You know what I mean? So it's crazy. So not everything about GameStop is good, but I did like going in there to pre-order. Now, not every one of the world is closing. Again, they're just closing around 300 just to make the, you know, area a little bit less broad, primarily due to money. But still, it's pretty crazy. You know, I mean, I used to go to GameStop all the time. I had some pretty okay memories there, and now I just need to be careful. So if you want to pre-order any of these games coming up, do be careful which GameStop you pre-order it from, because, you know, I don't know. You know what I mean? I got Battle for Bikini Bottom and all that stuff like in June, actually, the end of June, and this wasn't really happening. Now, this article was posted around March 22nd, but for some reason someone just brought it. So it's not like huge, you know what I mean? I'm just finding about it now. But, you know, if you want to pre-order Lego Star Wars or Watch Dogs Legion or COD 2020 or Squadrons, you know, something like that, I don't know how that's going to work. You know, like say the GameStop by me was still open and it wasn't closed. If I pre-order Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga from freaking GameStop and then they close, what the fudge happens? You know what I mean? So I don't know how that would work. I assume you get your money back or whatever, but still, it's pretty crazy. So I think for me, and when it comes to games in the future, I'm going to be buying stuff from Best Buy, presumably also because of that Han Solo Carbonite thing for the Skywalker Saga. So, with all that being said, again, GameStop is permanently closing 300 stores, and they're closing a few right now due to Corona, but other than that, this really doesn't have too much to do with Corona. It really just is a de-densifying type thing. So, again, I'm going to link this article in the description, not too big, but if you want to go read it for yourself, go check there. Make sure to subscribe, like. I will be doing more Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. I'm posting this on the 14th, and tomorrow is the 15th, of course, so I'll probably be doing my first episode from the next one tomorrow. Also, if you're wondering about COD 2020, today was the big day that I hinted for my Pawn Takes Pawn. Nothing too crazy there. It really just was another day of Easter eggs, nothing crazy. When we do get Call of Duty 2020 news, I will cover it. I'm not really covering this Easter egg because I think it's a waste of time. It's fun. It's kind of ingenious, but it's also a waste of time. So once we get actual news, like a trailer, I'll be covering that. So anyway, keep your eyes on for the Rise and for all that cool stuff. And yeah, Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga will start tomorrow. A New Hope on our way to the Skywalker Saga. Thank you guys. Tell me what you think about GameStop in the comments. Do you go there or do you not go to GameStop? And we'll see you guys in the next video.